Well, we're live.
Meet Kiana, Shiori, and Karthik.
Got one person. Hello. Can you hear me all right? 3 people. Cool. Let's get this camera set. So the 3 people that are on, if you could comment, let me know. Can you hear me okay? First time doing this, so hang with me. Thank you, James. Yeah, lots to still do. Long way to go for this studio. Cheers, Chris. Probably going to be a little bit of a delay, just slightly on this. I'm just noticing that comment coming, and then when I'm talking, it is on my iPad anyway. So we're going to do the giveaway tonight, plus a little bit of a Q&A. So if there's something you want to ask, doesn't have to be golf related. You could ask something about me if you like, if you want to know anything about me, or golf related. We'll cover it, and then we'll do the draw. See who wins the golf lesson. That's perfect, James. Thanks. Just wanted to check the sound. Could have wore a better t-shirt for this. Just looking at myself. It's the only way to keep warm. So yeah, cool. Keep questions coming in. Any golf related ones, happy to answer. That's what this is about. And then we'll get the draw underway. I've got the fancy wheel and everything to do the draw. I typed everybody's names in today. Took a while. There was good comments in that last video. Everyone seemed to like it. Yeah, I'll just start with a question, cool. Thanks, James. Favorite player growing up? That's an easy one. Tiger Woods. My son, who is nearly 2 now, is called Nico Tiger Leathem. So his middle name was Tiger. So I don't know how I got away with that one, but yeah, he was my hero. Just watching him play as a kid. I remember me and my dad sitting literally every night watching him every Sunday, Saturday and Sunday, and he would just dominate. So that kind of really got me into golf watching. I loved him. Still do. Sort of sad he's not playing now. So bit of a shame. But who knows? We'll see him back hopefully. We got this new kind of virtual golf thing going on, so interesting to see how that goes. Let's see. So we got six people. I thought I was going to stand here and nobody would be on, so thank you to the 6 people. And then obviously we'll do the draw. But good question, James. Thank you. And if you've just tuned in, a couple more. Any questions, golf, swing related, technique, anything at all, just please drop it in, and we'll chat about it and see any issues you're having, or you just want to know something, maybe potentially about me or what I'm doing here in my garage. So Jamaican Explorer, cool. Know this guy, Paul. Thank you, mate. Um, Plans for the channel? Good question. Well, started it what 3 months ago properly, and thanks to everybody watching and liking, subscribing, and the view time. I've recently got monetized, which has been a goal. So now, I mean, it's just really pushing forward with helping people understand golf, what it is. Like even you, Paul, I know you don't play golf, but watching the videos, I think that you have a decent understanding, and we're going to get out in the golf course and see what you've learned from my videos. But um, it's just really keeping it simple for people, digestible, because there's a lot of confusion out in the golf industry. You know, it's all great stuff, but different people learn in different ways. So I guess I just wanted to keep it digestible, understandable, simple, and then something that you can take to the range was a big thing for me. As I go forward, golf course like vlogs, challenges out in the golf course, um, reviews of golf courses, maybe some club reviews, obviously technical, getting out in the course, helping you score better, because that's what it's all about. This channel is helping you hopefully play better golf. And then, yeah, just keep growing it. I'm really enjoying it, I have to say. So, and that's down to all you guys, the subscribers. So thank you. Appreciate that question, pal. Or Jamaican Explorer. Let's see. Mine were Nick Valdo and Nick Price. Yeah, very cool. Nick Valdo kind of shaped, I guess, golf instruction a little bit, didn't he? Him and Ledbetter. Nick Price, crazy. It's fascinating when you think about Nick Price's golf swing, how quick it actually looks. But you might look at someone like Ernie Els, who was quicker. And if you just said to somebody who swings it faster, you would clearly say Nick Price. So obviously that rhythm and tempo. So I love Nick Price as well, I have to say. Very good. Nick Faldo, loved him. He was a big part of kind of the junior stuff in this country in Northern Ireland growing up. He was very close with Rory, helped him out. Remember playing in Warren Point, place near here. We're playing Ulster under 15s, and Rory even then was a stud. And I can just remember us sitting in the van going back to the hotel, and he pulled out this driver, and I was thinking, what's that? I've never seen that before. And I was obviously big into my clubs. I'm like, is that new TaylorMade? You didn't have social media and things like that, so you didn't know, but it was a TaylorMade, and Clark had obviously just got it before anybody else, shipped it down to Rory, and he just teed it up and played with it. Obviously went and won. Whereas me, I'd need to get some time in that driver, get used to it. So what else we got? Perfect. I think I'm semi-pro from the things I've learned. That's good. That's the goal. Hardest part from Chris. Hardest part teaching someone who can play golf already. Bad habits. Good question. Really good question. This is a mad one. You know, why take golf lessons? And I guess it's just a human thing is to go, I just want to get better and better. And apply that to any walk. You know, say people go for fitness, which I probably need to do. But, you know, you're never kind of satisfied. Golf's such an addictive game. And, you know, if you look at where you started to where you are now, you're happy, but you forget what that guy was, and now you're this guy, and you want to be that guy. So every day, golfers is just about trying to improve and learn. And then there's also that frustration, and you said bad habits. So people have developed bad habits. It's not something I think that people actually do develop. It's something that we all have a natural swing DNA, as I would call it. Like you look at Rory when he was like what was he, 2 in his living room swinging the club? That golf seems very much the same as the swing that we see now from him. So everybody has this kind of swing DNA that we have to constantly fight. And I always think of it as, God forbid you have an illness and you take medication for it every day. Golf's like that. You got these things, they're natural problems. You got to work them out. And I guess that's why people keep taking golf lessons. They want to get better. And That's the thing. And a big thing for me is trying to get people to understand how they can get better as well. So good question. Thank you. TLG. What time is it, David, in your place? So 6:10 in the evening here, and it's cold. I might actually have to hit a few golf shots here just to warm up. And Stephen, it's not a mean question, but could you have made it on tour? That's a good one. I ask myself that one every day. Could I have made it on tour? That's a super question. Technical wise, ball striking, ability to control the ball, yes, I do believe I could have. I got to Challenge Tour, which Stephen, you'll probably know, is just below the now DP World Tour at that time, European Tour. So very small stint on that. But on the range, I did not look out of place. The song always sticks with me. But on the golf course, like I was good, but on the golf course I was just lacking something. And I think it was just that ability to go really deep. And I was probably good at shooting 1, 2 under, 1 or 2 over, and the odd low one. But I mean, the tour guys, you just got to be showing up and shooting so low. And I guess I had that in me, but not consistently enough. And I guess I don't know. So part of me thinks sometimes I gave it up too soon, and wanted to should have kept chasing that. But listen, hindsight, and now here we are on YouTube doing live question and answers. So yeah, great question. I think in summary to that, yeah, I think I probably might have been. I don't know. I tried. It's a real tough one, but I'm so glad I gave it a go because I can never look back and say I didn't try because I practiced so hard to be able to get to that level. I'm a beginner. What's the best advice to give me as a beginner in golf? Okay, great question. Best advice for a beginner in golf? Please learn the grip, in particular the left hand grip. Learn the setup and how you approach all the different clubs in your bag because they are different. In fact, the other thing is just watch my channel. That'll be the first one. No, definitely grip, setup, learn the fundamentals of that whenever you're starting golf, okay? Because that's something you want to learn so you don't have to fix it 2, 3, 4 years into your golf life playing golf, okay? So I think really learn those with all the different clubs because they are different, okay? And the other thing that I would say, really important to do, is 2 things. Learn, this is particularly with irons. If I'm standing hitting this way, really focus and learn this skill even at home where you can swing small and land the club just after the golf ball. That is a vital skill. Very simple here, but learn that over and over every time. Okay, now that's going to take care of what's called ground contact with a good grip. Then the other thing I would do is I would create a gate for you to swing through, put a ball in the middle and a club, another ball big enough for your club. Start it out quite wide, and then as you get better at it, try and bring it in. But we're trying to impact that middle ball this way. Hopefully I do it. There. So learning those 2 keys are strike. So when you can get your strike and your fundamentals, you can worry about direction after that. Don't get caught up in what way it's flying. Just literally get your strike, get the ball airborne, and those simple drills there will help you. And also watch my channel. All right. What else we got? James. Okay, what are your personal top 5 golf courses you've played? That's a good one. Okay, so starting with number 1 most favorite golf course. This one you've probably heard of. Muirfield Village in Ohio was definitely up there. Jack Nicklaus's course, not his home course. Scioto next door played that. That was good, but it's not going to rank in top 5. Muirfield is number 2. Gotta go with Royal Portrush, just about an hour up the road from me. Definitely number 2. Number 3 was one I spent a lot of time at in college in Alabama. Was Magnolia Grove. There's unbelievable complex there. I think recently they had not web.com, Q school there, and it's got two unbelievable championship courses and an amazing par three. That was where we practiced every day. That's definitely up there. I think course wise, it was just the memories that it had as well. I think it was a big one. So that would be number 3. Getting tough now. Number 4, Royal County Down. Again, another one that's close to us. Really, really special. And let me see, the 3rd, the 5th one. Got me stumped. I'll come back to that. I need to think of the 5th one because I just want to throw something out. I need to think about that one. What we got? We have personal top 5 courses. Are you ever going to attend as a player in the PGA? Yeah, I would love to. I mean, obviously that was the goal. PGA Tour. That was the European Tour first, and then baby steps. But PGA Tour probably not at this stage. I maybe someday will try. And I'm 36 next week. I potentially will try, and I have in my head I want to go for Seniors Tour, but I need to be older, so I'm gonna have to get in some shape and improve my golf. But that's definitely a goal that I want to do. I do want to play on a tour. I didn't make it as a young person, so I may as well try it as a senior golfer. So good question. This one, Mike Leathem, that would be my dad. Can I have my driver back? Funny story, I have his driver and potentially his irons as well. Got to the point where this was my kind of gamer when I was playing full time. A little bit too strong for me, 8.5 degrees extra stiff, so had to go to my dad and steal his old driver. But I don't know, maybe get a sponsorship out of this someday and someone will give me a driver. Let's see. There's Phil, my brother's on. Hi Phil. Any suggestions for wifeys allowing us to play more golf with the boys? That's a great question. I don't know. I guess I'm lucky with that one because it's like I can say it's my job. I have to go play. I have never been on the other side of the fence. I don't know how you approach that one. That could be another one I'll think about. What's your handicap? So my handicap when I played golf was when I was an amateur, turned pro off +1, which is the other side of 0 in the old handicap system. So I believe the way the new system works, that was probably a +2 or 3 potentially with the new system. So that was where I was at and played pretty comfortably. Like as I said earlier on, I could have been 1, 2, 3 over certain times, 1 or 2 under, and 4 or 5 under was kind of the window. Probably too many of the 1 or 2 overs for me to make it on tour. Alan Craig, what's the most common fault you see in amateurs? Yeah, brilliant question. Okay, this one kind of links. So in terms of the golf swing, I'll explain that first. I see open club faces all the time, okay? And usually that boils down to grip, number 1, okay? And now the attempt to fix, and I don't mean open at address, I mean at the top of the backswing, or at some point, could be takeaway, top, even transition, this face gets really open, and golfers have to find a way to fix that. And what they do is, if this face is very open, coming into the golf ball, this is where we see a lot of kind of early release to square it up, but face open, I'm looking at this thing going, how do I square that up? I could go that way. And golfers arrive at the ball with the hands behind the golf ball, kind of that scooping. That's the fats, the thins, the high ball flight, the weak shots to the right. So I guess that's my biggest thing that I see, kind of in a very quick summary. But yeah, I'm going to see open club face. I far prefer people to have, a slightly stronger grip, a more closed face, and use their body more in the downswing to kind of hold the face square for longer. That would be my kind of philosophy on the golf swing, okay? Because I have been that open face guy, and I just know it doesn't work. It's great when the timing's on, but tough to be consistent. You probably heard my knees cracking there. What's your handicap most common? Can you do a quick what's in the bag? My dad's clubs. All right, so this is a little embarrassing. My what's in the bag. I have a set from a few years ago when I played. I haven't updated anything really in my bag because I haven't been playing, and just young kids and work and things like that. But that will change, and I will go and get. I actually thought of a good friend of mine, the TaylorMade fitter, and I was hoping that we could maybe do a YouTube video on fitting me for a set of golf clubs. But driver wise, originally was Callaway 8.5 extra stiff. Love this thing. Did me really, really well. Remember the first time I got fitted for that, I hit one shot and I just knew that was the one. This one's my dad's, and we'll put that aside. I've already talked about that. Working down, this thing will probably never come out of my golf bag, regardless of what I try. Callaway, I got it at the same time as the driver. It's 14 degrees and I have it set slightly open, which in these settings actually opens the face but de-lofts the club a little bit. So this thing, double X Turflex in it. I know I don't for that anymore, but this thing's like, just love how it comes out. So that thing's not going anywhere. 2-iron, if you watch my other videos. This one, brilliant over here. I remember my coach in America always telling me, stop hitting 2-iron, but I just loved it. I just couldn't flight it over there onto the greens the way you needed to. So definitely this 2-iron will stay while I live in this country. Great for the links and the wind. And iron set, this is TaylorMade CB combo. So 3, 4, 5 in the CB set. And then we go down into more of an MC, which is a mixed or muscle cavity. Into that, wedges, all Vokey, Titleist Vokey. Definitely try different wedges all the time, and I can't get past these. I've had Ping, I've had Mizuno. I always end up coming back, TaylorMade as well, and I've always ended up coming back to the Vokeys. So one more club I'll show you. This thing, any of my friends watching who've played with me will know this thing's been in my bag for a long time, and it isn't going anywhere either. It's a little bit beat up. Center shafted, TaylorMade, the 2 lines, and I just have so much confidence with this. It's very short. I think it's like 32 inches, and I put cack handed, and I love this thing. So it's definitely staying as well. So that's another good question. Thank you. And are you the best player in the family? Well, that goes without question. A couple of them on here. Definitely that one. Are you the best golfer in the family? Well, that could be a YouTube video, right? We'll do a video on that. A family video, getting out there and see who wins. I think I'll have it. Not being cocky or anything, but when was the golden age of drivers? When they had tons of forgiveness? Well, I think that's just getting better. The drivers now, Ping in particular is one that I notice. Even my own, I've tried, and golfers I teach, forgiveness is only getting better, because companies only have so much that they can do in a driver now to actually make it go as far. So when you read that it gives you 20 yards, it's probably not the truth. But what they can start to do is work on the forgiveness element. So, because they're limited to how thin the face is, so it doesn't spring. Think of a trampoline. So they have to restrict that. And drivers now, Ping. If you want forgiveness, Ping is. I'm gonna go Ping all day for forgiveness. If you want distance, I would go TaylorMade Callaway, but I've still got Ping, and that's coming from me who fitted clubs for, good, well, probably 7 years fitted clubs as well as coaching. Give us your top 3 tips to improve strike. Okay, that's coming actually from my brother. I don't know whether he's trying to put me on the spot here or what. To improve strike. Okay. Number 1, I actually did this for, it was TLG, talking about center face contact, ground contact would be the gate drill here. if we hit the middle ball or the inside ball, we're going to hit the toe when we're intending to hit the middle one. Outside ball, heel. So my big thing would be setting yourself up a gate, starting off slow and building up to the point where you don't ever touch the two outer balls. That would be number one. Number two would be literally getting in a bunker and nice kind of sand or rake, draw a line, kind of like this alignment stick, and just get the feeling of skimming the sand in front of the line this way. Walk up the line each time, get that feeling, then hit the shot. That'd be the best one. The other thing in terms of strike, believe it or not, I would pay attention to ball position. Make sure it's not too far forward. That would take care of the ground contact. And the other thing would be, I like the hands in front of the ball in the address position, or I did a video on pointing at the left belt loop. So 3 things for strike. First 2 probably the most important. I think that any golfer could do that over and over and improve their strike. So David Jones, how do you take the drill and apply them to your swing? Okay, big fan of this. Now, if you've watched all my videos, you'll know that I'm a big fan of how you practice. All my videos, I don't just tell you what to do, I tell you how to take it to the range, because that was the big thing for me. I hit it great when I was in front of the coach and he said do this, and I went to the course and it didn't quite happen, and that was fine. Once I realized why, I then expected it. But how do you take the drills? So that was from David Jones. Okay, so in terms of the golf swing, what I would do, I would start in the house or at the range, not hitting balls, get the feeling. So we'll take, for example, the video I did yesterday was takeaway. So I would rehearse this over and over without even a conscious thought of hitting the ball yet, because it's repetitions, right? 2,500 changes in movement pattern for good, and change typically happens around 100. So make sure you get 100 reps in, even dry drills. So there's 2 things called dry drills, which are not hitting a ball but working on your positions, with that over and over. Then to transfer into the swing, then I would do freeze drills. So you've now done your dry drills, you now go into the position you want to achieve, you're frozen, and you're actually going to hit from that position. So that's the biggest way to transfer your technical into your golf swing, and then go on the golf course, and trust is a big one. So Stephen, are you still besties with Rory, and could you get him into the studio as a special guest? Here, that would be awesome, wouldn't it? No, I'm not. I haven't seen him. Flip. We got married, actually my wedding anniversary coming up. What date is it? Make sure I don't miss that one. Thanks for reminding me, Steve. I'm only joking on you. But our wedding anniversary went to Dubai. It was the World Finals, and just by chance, that was when our honeymoon was, when the final went there. I've seen him there, but haven't seen him since. That was, oh, now I'm really on the spot, 8 years ago. Right, we got married, so that was 8 years ago. Haven't seen him, and no, we're not besties, but I often thought he could really explode my channel if he just did a video with me, so we'll push for that one. Thanks, Stephen. James, I'm a slicer. I got fitted into SFT Ping G400. Took it out to the course for the first time yesterday, and something happened that rarely happened with my old driver. I topped the ball 5 times out of 10. Okay, I'm a slicer. I got fitted into SFT, straight flight technology. That's a ping where they have more weight on the heel and it speeds the toe up. Basically stops the ball going to the right. And took it out to the course for the first time yesterday, and something happened there. Already happens. Topped. Okay, 5 times out of 5. Topped it. Right. Well, first of all, if you were, I wouldn't give up on it yet because you did that. First thing, what I would do is check whatever your old driver was. Check the depth of the face. So looking at it from top to bottom, there could be a chance, because likelihood your swing hasn't changed from that. Also, if you could check out when you were fitted, what tee height you were using. I know it's probably a case of having to go back and say, do you remember? Or you might remember yourself. Probably something has changed in that regard. So depth of the face, bottom and top, could be if the tee is not the same as what you were when you were fitted. I know it sounds mad, but it could lead to some tops. I can't imagine the golf swing has changed. So either depth of your face is your face of your driver is different. The new one might be shallower or deeper, and you need to check that against your old one, and also the tee height, because it's not going to be the driver that's caused that in terms of the fitting, but it just could be a little bit of getting used to. Okay, so I hope that answers it. It's a tough one without seeing your golf swing though as well, James, but good question. Okay, I think we're out of questions. The draw, right? So thank you everyone for the questions. They were brilliant. This face seems drastically different. Apart, okay, yeah. So just check the tee height on that then, James, and see. And the other thing, by the way, if you are topping it still after this, just a quick one on this before I get to the draw. If you have your golf ball on a tee, I'll try and balance this. Okay, here, to top it, your club has returned itself higher than it should be. So what I would do is I would get a tee in the ground and try and swing to where you can consistently strike about a quarter to half inch of the tee. So you see if that tee was there where the ball would sit up here, you're topping it, you're returning higher than the tee. So just get a feeling of practice swinging and clipping the tee, and that should really help you out from a swing perspective anyway. Okay, so draw. Now you're not going to be able to see this. Oh, when can I put driving iron in the bag replacing wood? Okay, driving irons are something that sound great. If you're typically, I guess, a steeper player, you take divots after the ball consistently, and a high speed player, then I would go down the driving iron route. If you're not, if you're more of a sweeper and don't tend to take a lot of divots and your swing speed's a little bit slower, then go hybrid or fairway. Okay, long irons like twos, the sort of driving irons that you're talking about, 16 degrees, some of them, kind of like one iron, basically a 3-wood replacement. You need a lot of speed and you need to be quite aggressive down into the ball to make those work. So think about which of those you are, more of a downward hitter, a bit more of a sweeper. Fairway woods hybrids, fast, driving it in. Think of Brooks Koepka or something. Long iron, driving iron would be perfect. Okay. James, will do, thanks. Dundalk. That's not far away too. Lovely golf course that. Really good. I played that. Where did I play that before? I played that loads of times. Ulster, no, Irish PGA. Was down there for the event. Really good. Was going brilliant. Had a disaster back 9 round 3. We'll not talk about it. Finished like 10th, I think, which I thought was alright, but really bad round. Okay, so coming into is there anyone on YouTube you'd love to do a collab with? And that's coming from my brother. Yeah, you. Good question. Absolutely, yeah. Bit of an on-course challenge. We'll go out and compete. We'll answer that other question, who's the best. Oh, 5th best golf course. I'll probably have to pick the golf course I grew up at, Lisburn Golf Club. Really good to me over the years and played there pretty much my whole life before I went to America. So sorry it's in the number 5 spot, but it definitely is in there. Okay. So let's do the draw. Unless there's any more questions. I'm loving this. Favorite memory or win as a pro? Well, listen, we'll keep going as long as my phone's up. Dave, what's your favorite memory or win as a pro? This one's a bittersweet because it was a tournament in Daytona Beach, I believe, in Florida, and it was a 2-day event, and I shot 67 or 66, or it was 6 under. I can't remember the par of the course, but that was the first round. So for me, that was like the biggest. I was like, this is brilliant. I'm going into the last group now the next day, and it was only a 2-round event, and I shot level par in the second round. I finished 23rd. So greatest memory, best like career low, proper professional tournament round, and then followed up with level par. Finished 23rd. I think I got like $800. Had to use that to get to Atlanta to play a tournament. Then 3 days later, that money was all gone. Had to then play in Atlanta to make the money for the next one, and it was that is the biggest memory. There's no winning that bar in my first round. You got to finish your dinner, as they say. So that was the biggest memory, and bittersweet one at that, because I was really proud of myself. I still was proud of the second round, but that was a bit of an eye opener. I'm like, look, if you're not 5 or 6 under here every time, you don't stand a chance. And I guess I just didn't have that. So, Barry, loving the channel, mate. Must hook up for some lessons out at Leathem. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, definitely do. And on that with lessons, if you're local to me, you can get lessons on at Leathem where I teach. If you're not local, you can still work with me. I teach online on a platform called Skillest. I'll put the link in the description when I post this video on the main channel. You can click it, you can chat to me about it. But yeah, I teach online, so no matter where you are in the world, you can still do it. And that's what we're about to give away. Barry teed me up for this giveaway here. Well done, Barry. So we're going to do the giveaway for those of you that watched I think it was the stop hitting before the ball. Kind of, we're talking about, I think this one was the left shoulder down in front, ball turf contact. Okay, I had a on there for ball giveaway for an online lesson. You had to watch the video right to the end, sneaky, and I'm going to do the draw now. Okay, so as I say, I put everybody in this, and I'll actually screen record this for, if I can jump in and edit the other video, and we'll do the draw. Just want to make sure. Right, so big wheel. I'm gonna do this. I've watched draws on Facebook and stuff for cars. I think I'm gonna win for like £1 that you put in. Right, so they do it like a couple times, I guess, just to show you that it works. I don't know, but we're gonna do the giveaway for a golf lesson with me on Skillest, the online platform. Okay, and I'll be in contact in the comments with the winner. So big moment here. If there's anyone to do a drum roll, no, it's just me in here. Okay, tap the spin. Here we go. Everyone excited? So Bert SC. All right, Bert SC. I'm gonna bring this in. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but just the proof. And yeah, Bert FC. So Bert, I'll be in contact with you in your comment from that video. Hopefully you reach out, and we can get that set up for you. Okay. So let's just double check. Any final questions? Sounds like an auction, this. Tour golf is a hell of a game. Brutal way to make a living. Seen you teaching. David McNeely. Yeah, oh, it might have been, yes, McNeely. I'm not actually sure. It'll come to memory, though, I'll think. So listen, thank you so much. If there's any more questions, a couple more minutes here, and we can, any more. No, nothing there. Perfect. Listen, thank you so much, guys, and really enjoyed doing this giveaway. Really enjoying the channel. Thank you to everybody that's been engaging, liking, commenting, subscribing. Thanks for these questions. I really enjoyed that. So this might be something that we kind of do, and really good questions there. Okay. So everyone, have a good night. This is going to be one of these awkward ones where I try and stop the video and it doesn't stop. I'm quiet behind the camera. So we'll see. Thank you everybody so much. Yep, still behind here trying to stop this. No problem, James. Steve Annis, thank you. Cheers. Yeah, cool. Thank you, mate. I will stay on for a wee second and we'll get this. Perfect. See how to get it. Thank you so much, everybody. I really enjoyed that.